Surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a Prince William. The Prince of Wales is facing a new challenge as the news of Kate's heartbreaking diagnosis spreads. With Kate battling a major health crisis, the future king is now faced with an uncertain reality filled with fear. How will he support her during this difficult time? Join us as we unravel the details of this emotional journey. The bond between Catherine and William. In 2001, Catherine Middleton started her studies at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. She met Prince William at St. Salvator's Hall, where they both lived as students. They got to know each other well, as their paths crossed frequently. Eventually, their relationship grew from friendship into something more meaningful. During a charity fashion show at the university in 2002, Catherine modeled a dress that William found attractive. This caught his attention, and he started seeing her differently. They grew closer and officially started dating in 2003. In their second year, they decided to live together in a flat with two friends, strengthening their bond while going through daily student life. From 2003 to 2005, they resided at Balgo House on the Strath Tyrone estate, where they enjoyed the tranquil environment and the freedom of being students. Their relationship had its fair share of good and bad times. They briefly broke up in 2004, but quickly got back together. Catherine's life started to change after she completed her degree. The media became intrigued by her relationship with the future king. Nevertheless, she kept working on advancing her career. In 2006, she started working part-time as an accessories buyer for a fashion company called Jigsaw. Additionally, she managed the website and catalog for her family's business. In that year, Catherine proudly went to Prince William's graduation ceremony at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Their relationship ended again in April 2007, but they got back together before the year was over. In May 2008, she went to Peter Philip's wedding in place of William. This was the day she first met Queen Elizabeth Roman II, a quiet but important moment for her. She started attending more royal events slowly. In June 2008, she went to the Order of the Garter ceremony at Windsor Castle. This was where William received a special honor. About a month later, she was seen at Lady Rose Windsor's wedding while William was serving in the Caribbean. These events showed how she was gradually getting involved in the royal lifestyle. In 2010, William and Catherine moved into a cozy cottage on the Bowdoin estate in Anglesey, Wales. William was undergoing training with the Royal Air Force, and they appreciated the privacy of their new home. Prior to getting married, Catherine had been residing with her sister Pippa in a London apartment owned by their parents. In the same year, while on a trip to Mount Kenya, William asked Catherine to marry him. They were staying in a secluded cabin close to the Liwa Wildlife Conservancy, commemorating his success in RAF training. He gave her a unique ring that used to belong to Princess Diana, his mother. Their engagement was made public in November 2010. Prior to their wedding, Catherine was formally accepted into the Church of England in a small service with her family and William. The wedding happened on 29th of April 2011 at Westminster Abbey and was a memorable day. It took place on St. Catherine's Day, making it extra special. The entire country rejoiced, and the ceremony was viewed by millions globally. Catherine wore a gown created by Sarah Burton from Alexander McQueen. Following the event, she gained the title Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Cambridge. The Queen gifted them Anmer Hall as a wedding present, a lovely country home on the Sandringham estate. They initially resided in Nottingham Cottage in London and eventually relocated to apartment 1A at Kensington Palace, a four-story home that was upgraded to accommodate their expanding family. In 2017, Kensington Palace became their primary residence, and in 2022 they settled into Adelaide Cottage in Windsor with their kids. In December 2012, it was revealed that Catherine was pregnant with her first child. The news came out early because she had to go to the hospital for severe morning sickness. Prince George was born in July 2013. The same sickness came back during her second and third pregnancies, making those times harder for her. Princess Charlotte was born in 2015 and Prince Louis in 2018. Her three kids have been in the public eye, but they have a tight-knit family. Queen Elizabeth Roman II passed away, and now their spots in the line of succession are different. George is second, Charlotte is third, and Louis is fourth. The family has also added two pet dogs, English Cocker Spaniels named Lupo and Orla, who have become beloved members of the family. However, following Kate's heartbreaking diagnosis, the couple now faces another challenge. How do you think they will navigate it? Kate's health diagnosis. When individuals think of living like a royalty, they often imagine wearing extravagant tiaras, walking on luxurious red carpets, and residing in magnificent palaces. They envision wearing stylish gowns, attending lavish dinners, and always having a perfect smile. This glamorous life may seem like a fairy tale. However, the reality behind these glamorous moments can be quite the opposite. Beyond the glamour and elegance, there can be intense emotional pain, genuine fear, and moments of vulnerability that are not publicized. Catherine, who is also known as Kate Middleton, has always been admired for her peaceful demeanor and friendly smile. Many have seen her effortlessly navigating royal life alongside Prince William during important events. Whether it was official engagements or caring for their three kids, she managed her responsibilities with grace and warmth. However, in early 2024, things took a turn. Kate faced a private battle behind palace walls that had nothing to do with her royal status or public image. It was a personal struggle, challenging her strength in every way as she was diagnosed with cancer. It all began calmly when Kate had a routine abdominal surgery in January. Initially, doctors thought everything was okay, and she was expected to recover and resume her duties later in the year. However, more medical tests during her recovery uncovered a more serious issue. Hidden beneath her usual good health, cancer had been silently developing. The news was a devastating surprise to Kate and all those who cared about her. While the world outside wondered about her prolonged absence, time seemed to stand still within the palace. All their royal engagements were cancelled. William, who had been known for his composure, was now facing a distressing and scary situation. He was not just a prince, but also a husband seeing his wife go through something terrifying, trying to maintain normally for their children. Behind closed doors things were different. The usual routine of daily life became a delicate mix of caring, worrying, and showing inner strength. They no longer focused on their royal responsibilities or how they were perceived by the public. Instead, they prioritized love, family, and remaining hopeful. The personas they showed in public were set aside for a more genuine connection. They relied on each other not as royalty, but as a team dealing with uncertainties. While people around the world were guessing and speculating about where Kate was, very few could have guessed the truth. Only those who were closest to the couple knew what was happening. One of those people was Jason Knopf, a former senior aide who had worked closely with them. In a rare interview, he spoke quietly about the moment when everything changed. He recalled the phone call that brought the news. It wasn't just about medical information. It was emotional, powerful, and unforgettable. William, who was always known for being composed, was deeply affected. As someone who had been trained since childhood to stay calm under pressure, this was one of the most difficult moments of his life. The sadness continued when another scary situation happened to the family. The king, Charles Roman III, who is William's dad, also got cancer at the same time. In a short amount of time, William, who was supposed to be the future king, had to support his family dealing with these two serious illnesses. It was a very tough situation for him. Despite all this, the world outside the palace was mostly clueless about what was going on. Everything changed when Kate came forward in a sincere video message to speak directly to the public. Her words were composed and reflective, but it was evident that she was deeply emotional. She revealed that she had cancer and was receiving chemotherapy as a preventive measure. Kate and William had been dealing with the news for a few months and focused on shielding their children from the impact. It was a moment that touched millions of people. People all over the world listened closely, some even holding back tears. They did not just see a princess, but a woman, a mother, a wife, someone who had always been strong for others, now showing her vulnerability. Her honesty resonated with many. It served as a reminder that no matter how perfect someone's life may seem, pain can affect anyone regardless of their status. How did Prince William handle the news of this diagnosis? Do you think he'll be strong enough to support his wife? Prince William's silent struggle. The royal family may seem like they do not have problems, but they also face challenges in their lives. Princess Kate received devastating news from doctors that she had cancer, which shook her world. Even though she appeared healthy, she and her family were shocked by the unexpected diagnosis. Doctors recommended immediate chemotherapy to prevent the cancer from spreading. The urgency was evident, even though the cancer was detected early. The goal was to act quickly, stay ahead of the disease, and increase her odds of making a full recovery. Choosing chemotherapy was a difficult decision for Kate. It carried serious risks and unpleasant side effects like nausea, fatigue, hair loss, and feeling weak. These symptoms would now be a part of her everyday life. Kate, who is usually known for her poise and strength, found it hard to come to terms with this new reality. It wasn't just about her well-being. She had 3 young kids to look after, a supportive husband, and a public role that did not stop just because she was facing challenges. Kate, who was 42 years old, was still seen as youthful and in good health, giving her doctors optimism. They believed her body would handle treatment well. Nonetheless, emotional struggles proved to be more challenging. She experienced sleepless nights, fears, and times of uncertainty. Despite this, Kate demonstrated admirable strength throughout the journey. Even though she was dealing with her struggles privately, people outside of her immediate circle started to wonder and talk about her. Her prolonged absence from royal responsibilities caused speculation and made headlines. However, within the confines of the palace, her focus was not on neglecting her duties or avoiding the spotlight. It was about her healing process and shielding her loved ones from anxiety. The time eventually arrived when she decided to open up. Through a heartfelt video, Kate revealed her diagnosis to the public. She stood alone in the video with Prince William absent by her side and delivered her message with a composed and powerful demeanor that touched the hearts of many. She quickly gave a glimpse into the struggles and courage her family kept hidden. Her truthful words showed a different side of royal life, where fear and love coexist, while the world praised her bravery. Prince William was silently falling apart. William, known for his calm and steady demeanor, was affected more than people understood. His loved one stated that he was extremely upset, overwhelmed by emotions that changed his usual self. He wasn't the resilient future king that the public typically saw. He was a worried husband, fearing for his spouse. He was a father disturbed by the idea of bringing up kids without their mother. He was a man suffering, attempting to manage everything as it seemed to crumble before him. After finding out he was sick, William started acting differently. He stopped eating, stayed away from meetings, and spent a lot of time by himself, feeling lost and unable to relax. Someone who knew him well mentioned that William started crying in front of others, which was rare for him. He had trouble sleeping and concentrating because he was consumed by concern, which affected all aspects of his life. The changes were obvious to everyone in the palace staff. The man who used to be friendly and cheerful towards them had become reserved and distant. He did not have time for casual conversations anymore. His focus was solely on Kate's health. He was trying his best to remain strong, especially for their children. But it was clear that he was struggling. Despite his outward calmness, he was silently carrying a heavy burden of fear and emotions. This was not a task fit for a king or queen. This was love put to the ultimate test. Prince William's heartfelt speech. After Princess Kate Middleton's health diagnosis was made public, people started looking at Prince William. As her husband and the future king, he had the tough job of speaking to the public during a personal and emotional time. However, Prince William showed up with calmness and spoke to the public in a genuine, caring, and respectful manner. His speeches revealed a man who is deeply devoted to his wife and fiercely protective of his family. Prince William decided to keep information about Princess Kate's health private from the start, in order to honor her desire for peace and privacy. However, when he did talk about it, his words resonated with people. He did not use fancy language or sound too formal. He just spoke from the heart as a concerned husband and a father trying to support his family. Prince William used his speeches to emphasize that behind the royal titles and luxurious palace walls, his family is just like any other, facing tough times. He requested the public to be patient and kind, and he frequently talked about being grateful. He expressed appreciation not only for people's good wishes, but also for the empathy they have shown towards Kate and their kids during this challenging period. His speeches showed his determination to balance royal obligations with time for his family. Sometimes he stopped public appearances to be with his wife and kids. When he did go back to work, he was consistent, and his speeches displayed a sense of calm and bravery. He never used exaggeration or dramatic statements in his speeches, instead focusing on themes of hope, love, and the importance of family. His words were touching because they felt very personal. He did not need to reveal private information to convey how much the situation impacted him. Although his voice remained calm, there was a subtle emotion that demonstrated his level of concern. Sometimes you could feel the burden he was carrying, but he handled it gracefully. During one of his speeches, Prince William talked about how important the little things are, such as the support of family and receiving letters and drawings from kids all over the country. These personal touches made his speech feel heartfelt and relatable, making many people feel a strong bond with him. Prince William always kept his speeches short and to the point. He was careful with his words, ensuring they respected his family's privacy while also being grateful for the public's kindness. He balanced his responsibilities and empathy well, gaining even more admiration. During this journey, he used his words to provide comfort and confidence, not only in Kate's resilience, but also in his abilities as a partner and a future king. He stressed in his speeches that even during difficult times, it is possible to maintain grace, dignity, and profound love. As Princess Kate gets better, people remember the sincere and comforting words Prince William said. His words were not showy or fancy, but they were genuine, sincere, and filled with warmth. And during difficult times like these, his words had a big impact. One major challenge the Prince of Wales faces is how to protect his children from this harsh reality. How will the young royals react to this news, the royal family's quiet strength? When a storm comes, it can either tear families apart or bring them closer together. When Princess Catherine was diagnosed with cancer, It was a difficult time for Prince William and her. It tested their love and commitment to each other and their children. They not only had to deal with the fear of her illness, but also the pressure of being in the public spotlight with everyone watching them. Their first reaction was not to immediately respond to the media. Instead, they were concerned about how to explain a serious situation to their three young children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and little Prince Louis. They stayed up late discussing how to approach the topic in order to protect their children from unnecessary worry. Finding the right words to comfort their kids while also maintaining their family's privacy was a difficult task. In the meantime, rumors started spreading rapidly in the outside world. People were gossiping about Kate not appearing at public events, questioning if she was sick or if the palace was keeping a secret. Online discussion boards were filled with baseless theories, some being hurtful and others simply inaccurate. While the public was making guesses, William and Kate were having heartfelt discussions behind closed doors, trying to figure out how to announce the news. Their main concern was shielding their children from the intense media attention and telling them the truth in a way that wouldn't be too much for them to handle. The couple wanted to protect their children's innocence by not speaking out to the media until they could offer them a message of hope. They were not being secretive, but rather acting out of love. Even though nothing was said, the children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, could sense that something was wrong. They may not have understood why, but they could feel the difference in the atmosphere. While dinner may still have sounded cheerful, the pauses between bites felt longer. The good-night kisses were more intense, and the morning smiles were harder to muster. William and Kate noticed subtle changes in their children and wanted to address them calmly and honestly. They explained to their kids that Mom wasn't feeling well, but she had good doctors and would do her best to get better. They patiently answered their kids' questions without sharing scary details and kept reassuring them. Instead of concealing their emotions, they encouraged open communication and honesty. Their children were made aware that it was okay to feel any emotion, and they were given the comfort of expressing their concerns. During the chaos, their house became a comforting sanctuary rather than just a royal palace. The family bonded by spending quality time together, like eating meals, playing games, and taking walks. Despite all the gossip in the world, William and Kate tried their best to keep things normal for their kids. They dealt with their struggles while also supporting their children, keeping their families strong and connected. Kate's passion for health care. Princess Catherine of Wales has formed a strong bond with health causes and has quietly drawn attention to important issues. She has focused on cancer awareness and mental health, making a significant impact through her actions and dedication. Even though she may not always speak loudly. From the beginning of her time as a royal, Kate Middleton had a keen interest in learning about how health issues impact families. She did not just look at physical illnesses, but also considered emotional and mental well-being. As time went on, she started caring more about early childhood development, the emotional resilience of families, and how long-term illnesses affect adults and kids. She saw how all these things are related and decided to speak up to help people dealing with tough challenges like cancer. Kate has an important role as a patron for health-focused organizations supporting hospitals, research groups, and family support systems. Thanks to her, these charities have gained more attention, money, and awareness. Kate takes her time when she's involved, spending time with patients, doctors, and caregivers to listen, ask questions, and understand their experiences. Kate played an important role in health initiatives through the Royal Foundation. In addition to her other duties, she was instrumental in leading programs that targeted early intervention and emotional well-being. The main goal was to support people at an early stage to prevent more serious issues in the future. Kate collaborated with experts, launched campaigns, and conducted research that made a significant difference through this foundation. Cancer awareness is very personal to the Princess of Wales. She wants to show that cancer can impact anyone, not just strangers, but every family and community. The princess has been consistently supportive of cancer charities, helping to raise money for research, promote early testing, and emphasize the importance of kindness and strength when dealing with a cancer diagnosis. Whether she is visiting children's hospitals or talking to families facing cancer treatment, her presence is comforting and genuine. When Kate talked about her experiences with health issues, it surprised a lot of people. However, instead of feeling alone, many found solace in her honesty. She showed that even someone like her can face illness. By speaking openly and encouraging others, she gave them courage to deal with their struggles. Her work has not only raised awareness, but it has also had a lasting effect. Hospital centers have received more donations. As a result, the campaigns she has backed have reached larger audiences. Children who are battling health issues have smiled in her presence. Families experiencing difficult times have felt acknowledged. Kate's advocacy for health causes is not for attention. Instead, it is about consistently showing up with kindness, hope, and care. She has quietly become a source of support for many, especially those struggling with illness, which is truly impactful. Who else was there to support Kate? Was it just her family? Kate's strength and support. In the peaceful and elegant Kensington Palace, there was a hidden problem. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was going through a tough time. She was not only fighting cancer, but also testing the love and unity of her family. Prince William, her husband, stood by her as a strong support. They both promised to maintain a sense of normalcy for their 3 kids amidst the challenges. Despite feeling afraid, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis were comforted and cared for by their parents. Their parents made an effort to maintain a sense of normalcy in their daily lives by providing playtime, bedtime stories, and simple explanations that the children could understand. Inside the palace, laughter was encouraged and daily routines were maintained to protect the children from the burden that their parents were silently carrying. During this period, Kate relied heavily on her family and friends for support. Prince William was not just her husband, but also her unwavering source of comfort, strength, and stability. He not only provided emotional support, but also helped with the day-to-day running of their household to ensure Kate never felt isolated. Their connection deepened as they showed each other love through simple gestures, reinforcing the fact that they were facing challenges as a team. Kate's family, including her parents, Carol and Michael, as well as her siblings Pippa and James, were there to support her through her difficult time. They helped out with the kids and provided emotional support, allowing Kate to concentrate on her recovery. The Middleton family demonstrated the true meaning of family by being there for Kate in every way possible. Despite largely staying quiet in public, Kate's absence conveyed a lot of information. This caused people worldwide to speculate and feel concerned. When the truth was finally revealed, it was met with sadness but also admiration. Kate, who was typically viewed as poised and composed, was now displaying her inner strength. She expressed gratitude towards her medical team and loved ones. And although her statements were brief, they held the gravity of someone who had experienced a great deal. King Charles and Queen Camilla shared their pride in Kate and admired her strength. Prince Harry and Meghan also sent supportive messages during this challenging time. Messages of love poured in from people around the world, strangers, families, and fans, showing how Kate's kindness had touched many lives. Love was the central theme during challenging times. Coming from a devoted husband, supportive children, and a caring family, Kate found comfort and strength to heal gradually with love surrounding her every step of the way. How is Kate doing now? Has she made any public appearances after her chemotherapy? Keep on watching to find out. Princess Catherine's graceful return after chemotherapy. Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has been gradually returning to her public duties since finishing chemotherapy in September 2024. Her recovery has shown strength, elegance, and a strong dedication to her royal responsibilities and interests. In October 2024, Catherine went out in public for the first time after her chemotherapy treatment to visit Southport with Prince William. This visit was important as it showed her commitment to helping communities affected by tragedy. People noticed that she seemed calm, but some experts thought that she may have been feeling stressed inside, which is understandable considering what she had gone through with her health. In January 2025, Catherine had a touching moment when she went to the Royal Marsden Hospital where she had received treatment. While there, she thanked the medical staff and gave support to current patients by sharing words of encouragement and hope. This showed her empathy and dedication to helping others who are going through similar struggles. During her healing process, Catherine has slowly been returning to her duties as a royal. She accompanied Prince William and King Charles Roman III in greeting the Emir of Qatar during his visit, demonstrating her professionalism and commitment to diplomatic tasks. She also took part in the traditional Christmas Day walk to St. Mary Magdalene Church at Sandringham, interacting warmly with the crowd and showing a fresh energy. During her public appearances, Catherine has also been working on personal projects that are important to her. She is still supporting early childhood development and collaborating with her team at the Center for Early Childhood. Her commitment to this cause is strong, showing her deep care for the health and growth of young generations. In May 2025, Catherine and Prince William posted a video on social media with a nature theme, hinting at an upcoming announcement. The calm images and the mention of Mother Nature indicate a strong interest in environmental issues, which connects with Catherine's belief in nature's healing benefits during her health problems. What are your thoughts on Kate's health diagnosis? Do you think this will affect their relationship? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before you go, click on the video displayed on your screen.